Do you have the plague? Common symptoms of the bubonic plague include vomiting, diarrhea, fevers, chills, aches and pains, but most importantly swelling spots typically in the groin or armpit. Now you may be thinking, okay boomer, it's the 21st century, you really be thinking I'm diseased like that? And yes I do, you filthy bitch. The bubonic plague, also known as the Black Plague, became an epidemic that spread across Europe during 1346 to 1353 CE. So now that our brains have evolved, it's been discovered that the plague was caused by the bacterium Yersinia pestis and spread to humans by and it spread throughout the human population by human contact through trade, mainly across the Silk Road. Therefore all the anti-socials lived, that's right, were the most powerful beings. Anyway, a rough estimate is that 25 million people, aka 30% to 60% of the population, in Europe died from the plague during the Black Death. Many people thought it was God's punishment because they didn't understand the science. So here's a picture of Satan eating people. Chef kiss, marvel in this art. So yeah, because of this people realized they couldn't depend on God for good health, and it ended half a century of religion-induced medical ignorance. It had impact on foreign relations because no one wanted to sit with Europe at lunch anymore, therefore trade decreased. Dang, imagine losing all your friends because you're diseased, what a loser. Also, the loss of population caused a lack of workers, which caused a general wage raise for the remaining workers, which means the serfdom social structure began to decline as peasants had better opportunities to sell their labor and get cash. The high labor costs also caused governments to impose price control regulations on wages, which sometimes resulted in rebellion. Landowners ended up looking for more efficient and profitable ways to use their land and resources, such as increasing livestock and reducing the amount of land cultivated. So what did this have to do with interactions with other civilizations? Well, dear viewers of this video, most likely coerced to by your history teacher, I'll tell you. Alright, so I mentioned that merchants and trade were the main causes of it spreading everywhere, right? So let's take a step back to where it started. It all began with, wait for it, the Mongols. Anyway, yeah, the disease was likely spread west from China by Mongol armies and traders through the Silk Road. Geez, maybe if they all just stayed home and slept instead and streamed my fancam, half of the population wouldn't have been killed off, but go off, I guess. Then again, was the population decrease really all that bad? Not to sound like a serial killer, but maybe there were some positive impacts to so many people dying because it left a crap ton of open job opportunities like I mentioned before, and also a surplus of food since there were less mouths to feed, you know. And if you've noticed this has been getting less and less funny, that's because I've been doing this for 8 hours a day consecutively for the past 2 days and my brain cells are kinda beyond fried, sorry. But yeah, that's it, roll the credits. There was a request to play the Ratatouille theme as the BGM and I didn't get to do that before, so I decided that could be the end credits soundtrack, so here we are. Also, I would like to clarify that at the beginning I was trying to say you filthy boar pig because that's an actual medieval insult. It's true, I asked Eloin and you know Eloin, haha, please don't give me